Hey guys, it is I, Miss Andrews, here to talk a little bit about student self-care and mental health. Students, while you're working away from school, doing your schoolwork virtually, or even if you're in the building 2 days a week, it's really important that we do some student self-care. Ways that we can fit in student self-care is through our routine and our schedule. I know that Dr. Murray and your teachers have went over with you a color-coded schedule for each grade level that tells you what time that you're doing your Google Meets, what time you're doing your independent work. In that schedule, go ahead and write down things like, when are you going to eat? Because your diet is extremely important for your self-care. Students, make sure you're fixing yourself a sandwich, you're fixing a bowl of cereal, or you're taking part in the nutrition program at the elementary schools. Students, don't forget to exercise. Exercise is really important, and I'm not saying go join a gym. I'm saying get up, walk around the house, walk the dog, check the mail. Do something to get that blood pumping. Don't just sit in front of that computer or in front of that cell phone. Students, hygiene. Get up, take a shower, take a bath, wash your face, brush your teeth. Do those things to get your body clean. If you look good, you feel good. Students, monitor that social media. Sometimes we get so caught up in what people are writing about or what they're posting that gets us into, a negative thought frenzy. Students, put down that phone and do something else for that time period. Don't just get caught up on social media. And students, it's really important that you put down that phone at night because your sleep is incredibly important. That goes along with your student self-care. Put that phone down. I know that you all don't want to hear it, but everybody in this building, except for me because I'm old, is going through the big P. Yes, puberty. Sleep is extremely important during this time period. Your nutrition, your sleep is super important. Your body and your brain is growing at rapid rates. So it's very important that you take care of that sleep, that you're going to bed, that you are getting up at a regular time. That kind of sticks with that whole routine and schedule that I was just talking about. So to recap, get your student schedule. Students, you want to make sure that in that schedule that you're fitting in a nice routine, you have a diet, you have exercise, you're doing your hygiene, you are monitoring that social media, and you're getting good sleep. That all adds up to a healthy child. Whenever I go back to social media, a lot of times that brings up mental health. Somehow in this age range, social media and mental health seem to go back and forth. We get so caught up on what other people are thinking about us or how we view ourselves. So I want to talk just a hair about mental health. So mental health, it includes your emotional, your psychological, and your social well-being. It affects how we think, we feel, and how we act. It determines how we handle stress, how we relate to others, and how we make good choices. And right now, in this world of distress and change, because change is constant and inevitable. It is something that we can't stop. It's going to happen. This change is going to happen, and it's how do we go along with it? And sometimes this change causes distressful emotions. It just causes us to be overwhelmed, it causes us to be pressured, it makes us confused, it makes us feel not as confident as we should. So I kind of want to talk about some distress tolerance skills. There are 4 basic ones, and they are distraction, improving the moment, self-soothing, and weighing the pros and cons of not tolerating stress. And that all kind of helps us with our student self-care as well. So you're thinking, well, how do I put these distress tolerance skills into my everyday life? Well, I'm going to give you a few ideas, and this will help with your mental health, hopefully. I can't see you all the way I want to see you all, and I have so much that I want to share. So I'm going to briefly go over these things that I think is important during this time. Activities. Students, get involved in activity. Get something going on that requires your thought and concentration on something else and not just the distressing time period that you're in. Read a book, write in a journal, do that Google Classroom assignment. Do something that requires thought and concentration. Contribute. Do something for somebody else. And this doesn't have to cost money. It could be something as simple as asking somebody how their day is, writing a thoughtful letter, just doing something for somebody else. Another thing that you can kind of do during this time is comparison. You have been through many other distressing thoughts in your time period. Even if you're only 12, you have been through other distressing thoughts. How did you overcome that? Go back to that time that somebody was not your friend and it broke your heart whenever they were somebody else's best friend for that time period, because friendships and social skills are very important at this time period. How did you overcome it? What did you say to yourself? What did you do? Who helped you? Compare that time period or that event in your life with this one, and try to think about, what can I use then, now? What can I do to help myself? You'll really realize how resilient you actually are whenever it comes to your coping skills. You're really a resilient person. Emotions. Our emotions are all over the place. And not just you kids who are having a hard time dealing with the everyday pressures, but even adults. Our emotions are all over the place with not knowing, how long this virus is going to last, or what it's going to affect, or who it's going to affect, and the different ways that we're having to live our lives. And so some of the things that you can do is create a new emotion to replace the emotion that you may have. For example, are you feeling sad? Well, how do you change a sad emotion? Watch a happy movie. Watch something that's going to make you laugh. When your cup is like spilling over and you're sad, sadness is what's spilling out of you. So fill yourself with something that's going to make you happy or make you laugh. Are you anxious? Won't you practice some deep breathing exercises? Do some mindfulness things. Are you angry? Go for a walk. Do something that's going to help you release some of that tension that you have going on inside of your body. What else can you do? You can push away that emotion. And thought blocking is very, very real. And how you can do that is like with your imagery strategies. You can, think about, look inside this room, and I can name everything that starts with an A in this room. And then when I'm done with all the A's, I can go to the B's. And then, that helps me, kind of get myself into a neutral category. I'm not just thinking about the distressing thought. I am grounding myself, helping myself calm down. Another thing that you can do is your mantras. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm in a distressing situation and I'm like, I have to take a small break from this situation before I can solve this problem, before I can help myself. I need to have a new thought. What I usually do is I go to my mantra. It's like, what is your favorite quote? What is your favorite saying? What gets you through? And if you've been in my office, one of my favorites is, we grow through what we go through. And amen, we do. We grow through the things that we go through, and we learn from those things. So sometimes whenever I think that this is just too much for me to handle, I have to think back. I have to say, I've done this before. I have grown through this. I will get through this. I will do this. And I have to tell myself these things to help, shift my mental strategy to make my thoughts more neutral. Something else that you can do is some sensations. Something as simple as taking that ice cube and putting it on your wrist to kind of shock your senses. Eat something spicy or sour. That also kind of helps you get out of that moment. I actually like smelling citrus stuff like orange or tangerine. It's kind of invigorating. It makes me feel vibrant. It makes me feel like I have more energy. Those are nice things that I like to do to help shock myself into that system. Some of the things that you could also do is call up someone and ask for help. Sometimes we don't know what to say, or we don't even know what we need help with, and we have that problem putting it into words. Students, there are so many adults in your life that if you just take the time to be like, I don't really know what's wrong. I'm not sure how to ask for help. I'm not sure exactly, who to turn to. That's when you kind of go like, who can help me? And there are numerous people here at the school. I am here at this school. Dr. Murray's at the school. Miss Rachel's at the school. Miss Weathers, or Dr. Weathers actually, and Mr. Smith, Miss Mills is here. There are so many teachers and adults around you. Your parents are around you to ask for help. And sometimes when you just start with, I don't know what to do, and then that adult can help you break down, help you analyze what it is that you may be experiencing, and help you get those words that you need to get your problem solved or your needs met. So students, it was a whole lot of stuff I just said. I realize that. However, I am here. I look forward to you all being back in the building. I look forward to you all even just doing the hybrid schedule again. But I am here. Thank you and have a great day.
Hey guys, this is Rachel. I'm down in the Beacon here at Bate. Going back to mental health and self-care, I just want to let you know that in the Beacon, our goal is to take the barriers off of the students so that they can be more successful in the classroom. So if there's a need for clothing or hygiene items or financial assistance, food assistance, or you just need someone to help with organization, and your kid just can't get up in the morning and you don't know what to do, you can't get them to sleep at night, give me a call and we'll work out a strategy to let them get more sleep. And if you just need someone to talk to because all this is very overwhelming, just give me a call. We can talk through some things, and if I need to talk to a teacher for your student because they don't understand something or they're just overwhelmed, I can do that for you. But you just give me a call or send me an email and just talk to me. I'm here every day between 7:30 and 4:30, and I'll be glad to help you. So you all have a good night.